Facebook Live or YouTube. You're watching Qualfying, presented by our friends at Mosquito Show. On this Taylor's Weight Service this evening, we are in southeastern Virginia. Hampton is the city that we're in. Brian White along with Adam Wellbrock down on pit road. We'll take you through how we will start the major race.
Boy, did she deliver tonight. Temperatures in the upper 70s, creeping into the low 80s when you're in the sunshine. But there is a slight breeze across the racetrack. It is picture-perfect weather. Race fans, come on out to the track tonight if you're in the area. Come get your fix. Brian, we're off the next 2 weeks. We don't race again until October. So race fans, come on and get your fix of racing here in the month of September.
That's right. It's the penultimate race here for all of the series competing tonight. It's going to be round 12 of the 2025 season for this series, and they'll be back championship night to crown a champion as we're watching Gordon Weeks get loose coming off of turn number 2. Keeps that car pointed in the right direction. Each car will get 2 laps on the racetrack. Will take their fastest lap of the 2, and that'll be the lap record. But Adam, I'm not sure if you saw that or not, but Gordon Weeks and Weeks Construction Chevrolet, the driver from Gloucester, was sideways coming off of turn 2.
They say loose is fast around Langley Speedway, especially in these super street, these old school Monte Carlos. Might be just a tick too loose there on the pendulum for Team 20, but it's still fast. 19.935 on lap 2. It was an 18.944 on lap 1. Puts Gordon to the top in a quiet season for driver 20. Looking for his first win. Boy, that's a great start.
That's right. Gordon Weeks right now is on the provisional pole as we speak. But right now he's got to be watching a little bit nervous because Landon Abbott at car number 70 on the racetrack. Landon has gone to second on lap 1, 18.950 seconds. Can he get about 1/100th of a second to take the top spot? We're getting ready to find out. No, he will slow down a tick on the second trip around this 4/10 of a mile oval. Landon Abbott, your defending race winner from back on August the 30th, the last time this series competed a couple of weeks ago. So car 70 right now running a part-time schedule, Adam, but when he is here, he typically wins. As a matter of fact, the last 3 starts for car 70 resulted in a victory.
And of course, that race a couple of weeks ago was not quite eye to eye with driver 70 and the points leader, Sammy Gator. They had a little bit of a fender bender in turn number 1. Sammy got the short end of the stick. He has not forgotten about it. And Landon is just here on a part-time schedule. He's here to win races, and he certainly did just that. He's going to miss the pole by 0.006 of a second as of right now. That 70 car, again, looking to get another win. It'll be number 4 on the season. Don't take your eye off the former champ.
Very controversial a couple of weeks ago, and we'll see how that plays out as we get Jacob Wood from Clinton, Virginia, the Capital Landing Mulch sponsored car. He has just laid down the 4th fastest lap, 18.994 seconds. Again, the fastest car at the moment is the number 20 entry of Gordon Weeks from Gloucester. His time, 18.944 seconds. That's the target. That's the bullseye. Can you get better than Gordon Weeks' lap? We're going to find out as Blake Wood is on the racetrack in car number 27, the Tim Richmond NASCAR Cup Series superstar from the 80s. That's the throwback paint scheme in this Woods Body Shop, Charles City Timber and Matt Old Mill Mechanical sponsored car for Blake Wood. Lap 1 was the better lap, but I tell you, Adam, they were very, very close. He was within 3/1000ths of a second between his opening lap and lap 2, which puts him provisionally 6th fastest overall, or lining up outside of row 3 provisionally.
Very consistent laps for the number 27 Woods Garage Monte Carlo. Blake Wood on the racetrack right there. The Tim Richmond throwback. Always a sharp-looking ride here at the racetrack. We always look for them to be fast because we know that Woods Garage team is quick. Right now it's Chris Spangler on track in the number 33. He goes right ahead of Blake into P5, 19.057 seconds.
That's right, we're talking about the 33 entry from right here in Hampton with Jackson Bone becoming a new sponsor, as well as Julie and Donnie Wilson. Sinful Treats also support the driver that has the Marty Strickland power plant under the hood. Chris Spangler, 5th fastest, as you heard Adam mention. He did not go any quicker on lap 2, about a 1/10 of a second slower on the second time around this 4/10 of a mile oval. As again, it is Gordon Weeks the fastest. Landon Abbott right now is P2. Sammy Gaeta, the point standings leader with the most wins this year, 6 victories overall, is 3rd. Jacob Wood 4th, and again, Chris Spangler rounds out the top 5. Just outside the top 5 is Dale Nichols in car 8 as we're watching Josh Perry get around the speedway in car number 42. Perry coming off a 9th place finish 2 weeks ago. Lap 1, 9th quickest, 19.461 seconds for that driver, who now rotates through turns 3 and 4 to see if he can go a little bit quicker on that second trip around sideways coming off of turn 4. And Adam said it earlier, loose is fast, because he did advance 2 positions on lap 2. He turned a 19.279 seconds, good enough to move him to P7 overall here in Mosquito Joe pole qualifying. Angelo Stellan is on the track from Poquoson, Virginia. 4th year in the Super Streets. Owner driver since 16 years of age. He is sponsored by Turnkey Technical Services and Mitchell's Construction Concepts. For car number 72, the sharp businessman and race car driver. He'll take that 7th spot from Josh Perry, bumping Josh back to 8th. Angelo Stellan clocks in at 19.262 seconds as we've got a full field of drivers as we are coming down to just 2 races left in 2025.
With Angelo Stellan across the line, that is going to do it. Gordon Weeks is back on top, buddy. Driver 20 back in the catbird seat. He was just talking to me and saying the lap felt pretty good, and hopefully tonight is the night. Can this 20 car finally end up back in victory lane, buddy?
We got a really fast car. I mean, hopefully I'm there leading at the last lap, but there's a lot of other guys who got fast cars. They got a lot of experience, so hopefully I'm there at the end.
See what they got for him. Driver 20 looking for his first win this season, Brian. It could come tonight. We'll have to keep an eye on the Weeks Construction Chevrolet.
That's right. We're going to keep our eyes on that as we now have Sean Calloway coming out onto the speedway in car number 12. So it looks like we'll have Sean Calloway rolling at this time. Sean Calloway from Virginia Beach and the Cal's Pizza. He also has Marty Strickland Racing engines under the hood of his car as well. Lap 1 done for car number 12, the 11th quickest, or provisionally inside of row 6, 19.475 seconds for the 12 entry, the veteran race car driver, Sean Calloway, who currently sits 6th in the championship standings. And he'll come across the line and he'll slow down just a tick, about 0.2 of a second slower than the opening lap. He ran a 19.4 on lap 1 and a 19.6 on lap 2. So that's going to do it for the old school video game Super Streets. You just heard from the pole winner, Gordon Weeks, has been able to get it done here this afternoon as we qualify under the beautiful sunshine, bright blue skies. It's a fantastic day, comfortable temperatures hovering around 80 degrees. But we know race conditions will be a little bit different. The ambient temperature will come down, the track temperature will cool, and we'll have these Musco lights on for the old school video game Super Streets. They'll be the 3rd race of the evening, 40 times around. Qualifying important, so hopefully they will build some adjustability in these race cars, meaning they may want to consider tightening these cars up as the weather conditions change, or again, just make some adjustments, potential air pressure adjustments to the tires. We'll talk to drivers and teams later about how they make that happen between qualifying here in the sunshine and racing at night. Some drivers will tell you they don't touch it, they don't need to do a thing. But Gordon Weeks has done it. He has won the Mosquito Joe Pole Award. Again, the time that he laid down was 18.944 seconds. He'll be joined alongside Landon Abbott on row 1 when we drop the green flag. Sammy Gaeta, your point standings leader by 25 points over Jacob Wood. He'll line up 3rd with Jacob Wood 4th in car 28, and Chris Spangler rounds out the top 5. Spangler currently 4th in the championship standings. Dale Nichols, he'll fire off 6th tonight, or outside of row 3 with Angelo Stellan 7th. Josh Perry 8th, Blakewood 9th, and Tommy Smith rounds out the top 10. Sean Calloway and Jared Satterley round out the field. And again, when we go racing with just 2 more events left as we get ready to settle another season here at Larry King Law's Langley Speedway. You're tuned in, you're watching online. Hopefully you've got time to get to the racetrack before 7 o'clock. That's showtime. Join us here in person. Tickets on sale at the box office when you get here on the property, or if you want to go ahead and take care of that now online, Get your tickets at Langley-Speedway.com. If you can't be here in person, tune in to Flow Racing, 7 o'clock for live flag-to-flag coverage. Hey, Mosquito Joe makes your yard a mosquito-free zone. Our services rid your yard of pesky mosquitoes so you can enjoy being outside. We offer barrier sprays, special event sprays, 100% satisfaction guarantee. Learn more at peninsula.mosquitojoe.com. That's peninsula.mosquitojoe.com, or give them a call at 757-772-8552. That's 757-772-8552. And if you call them and you mention Langley, you'll get 50% off your first spray. Big thanks to Rob Rummels and Murph for all their support with Mosquito Joe here at Larry King Law's Langley Speedway. All right, one series is down here in qualifying. Coming up next, we're going to have the tough trucks of NASCAR, the Harris Truck Shop Super Trucks. Like the Super Streets, they'll have 2 laps on the track. So they'll have 2 opportunities to lay down a fast time for their 25-lap feature coming up later. Third series to qualify will be the Pepsi Grand Stocks, and then we'll have the Premier Series, the Who's Your Driver late models, coming up here in just a moment. Again, the Truck Series getting in position now. And Adam, as I look down, we've got a ton of race trucks here this evening.
It is absolutely slammed down here with the pickup trucks presented by Harris Truck Shop. A full field of trucks ready to put on a show. This series has been really fun to watch over the last few weeks. A few different winners. We saw Bill Wallace dominate for a while. Chris McAvoy just got to victory lane. He enters himself into the fray. And then there's old Chris Bechtel, last year's champ, looking to go back-to-back. Hasn't won in quite some time, Brian, but he's in good spot to claim the championship. Just has to think big picture. That's what he told me he's doing right now, so we'll have to wait and see how things shake out. These 25 laps definitely going to be fun later tonight.
It is Chris Bechtel, your point standings leader, by 17 markers or 17 positions on the racetrack. And Adam's right, he's had the worst finishes of the season the last 2 times out. He hasn't won in 4 months. He's coming off a 6th place finish on August the 9th, and then 2 weeks ago he finished P5, but still that was a top 5 finish, or he was right there at it the week prior to that, or the race prior to that on August the 9th. But nevertheless, he does have the most wins of any driver this season. And Chris Bechtel looking big picture as he's trying to go for 2 back-to-back championships. And it certainly looks good, but we're not going to etch his name in the trophy quite yet. We still have tonight and their season finale coming up on championship night number 1, Saturday, October the 4th. And speaking of October, Adam, just want to go ahead and put an early reminder out, because the next time we race, we're off the next 2 weeks as far as NASCAR, stock car, or truck racing. But when we come back on October 4th, and all throughout the month of October, minus our day of destruction, it's a 5 p.m. start, or 2 hours earlier than tonight.
That's right, race fans. Make sure you mark your calendars accordingly. Get to the racetrack. Set your alarms maybe a little bit earlier to get to the racetrack, because it's going to be a little bit more frantic. Our schedule tightens up on those race days, but I promise you it'll be absolutely worth it. The weather is going to be a little warmer there for the earlier start time, so we're thankful for that. And going to have some good racing here to decide some championships here in 2024, not just with the championship night, but we're also going to race for the October Halloween Speed Fest at the end of the month. It's going to be more fun racing then. And of course, who doesn't love the Day of Destruction, man? A good old afternoon at the racetrack, a lot of fun. That will not be streamed online, race fans. You're going to have to be here for that.
That's right, so go ahead and mark your calendars for our Day of Destruction. There is no coverage other than being here at the racetrack. And that date is coming up on Saturday, October the 18th, as Adam mentioned, 1 p.m. the start time. And you want to get here a little early, because it's going to be very busy that day. A lot of folks who don't come a little bit early get stuck trying to get onto the property, as we have thousands of people that join us that day. It's going to be a lot of fun coming up on Saturday, October the 18th. So again, we mentioned it earlier, next weekend, we will be doing a little drifting. That's right, drifting both Friday and Saturday, October the 19th and 20th here. That's going to be part of the Langley Drift Club Bayside Bash. That's going to be the place to be, 5 p.m. again on both Friday and Saturday, October the 19th and 20th. And then, of course, coming up the following weekend, Thursday through Sunday, the Garden Brothers Nuclear Circus will be here. And that's going to be a lot of fun. Again, that is Thursday through Sunday, September the 25th through the 28th. And then coming up October the 4th, and then all throughout the month of October, every Saturday we have something happening here at the racetrack, stock car racing wise. We'll have Championship Night 1, Saturday, October the 4th, 5 p.m. Then again, on Saturday, October the 11th, will be championship night 2 for the remaining divisions. And then Saturday, October the 18th at 1 o'clock, we'll have our Fall Day of Destruction, which always provides a lot of fun. And then, of course, coming up on Saturday, October the 25th, it's going to be the Halloween Speed Fest and Fighting Cancer for Kids with a big trunk or treat that Miss Brandy Marshall's helping put together. We'll be getting all those details out here very shortly, but nevertheless, that's coming up Saturday, October the 25th, and that'll be the final weekend of action here in 2025. Get all of that and more online at Langley-Speedway.com. All right, again, the pickup trucks will be coming out here in just a few moments. We'll qualify them, and we'll get ready to go after it here. We're just getting the party started on a beautiful Saturday here at Larry King Law's Langley Speedway.
Larry King Law. Knowledge, experience, commitment.
Anytime an accident happens, dial 757-INJURED for Larry King.
If you or someone you know has been injured in an accident after getting medical help, call us first. Dial 757-INJURED for Larry King.
Larry King Law battles for justice and is dedicated to empower and protect accident victims. It is our mission to provide the best possible legal services. Anytime you need help, dial 757-INJURED.
Hey, if you love racing, don't forget about the Poquoson Seafood Festival workboat races tomorrow at Messick Point. Over 50 boats from up and down the Chesapeake Bay will gather to see who is the king of the bay. Food, children's area, historical displays, local vendors, and the Saturday Night Cruisers Car Club will be on hand to keep you entertained all day long. This event is absolutely free. That's right, it's free and open to the public. The fun starts tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. and will continue through the afternoon with a workboat parade at 12 noon, races at 1 p.m., followed by the awards ceremony and the crowning of the King of the Bay. For more information, you can follow them on Facebook, Chesapeake Bay Dead Rise Workboat Races, hosted by the City of Poquoson, Sunday, tomorrow at Messick Point.
It's time to go old school with old school video games and more. Old School, the absolute best place for all your video game needs. Old School offers everything from today to back in the day. Old School video games. 3 locations in Hampton, Suffolk, and Portsmouth. They guarantee the best trade value and the lowest prices than any other game store. Old School video games also offers EMS, fire, police, and military discounts. For more info, go to oldschoolva.com.
Old school. Old school. I'm old school.
OLDSKOOLVA.com. Old School Video Games, proud sponsor of the Super Streets here at Langley Speedway.
My daughter Mackenzie and I had the opportunity, thanks to Miss April Scheidel, to meet Georgia Fay. That's right, Georgia Fay is on the Busch Light Fan Zone stage here this afternoon, starting at 5 o'clock. She's going to put on a performance. She told us earlier that she covers all kinds of great music, from country to pop to classic rock, you name it, she's got it covered. She's going to keep you entertained from 5 p.m. about 10 minutes from now until 6:30 at the Busch Light Fan Zone stage. That's right adjacent to the refreshment stand, so go check out Miss Georgia Fay. She's also got some local, or I should say some original songs too, so check out Georgia Fay, and we'll be meeting her with the pre-race show coming up a little bit later on this evening. Again, we are qualifying here this afternoon. We just wrapped up the Old School Video Game Super Streets. The pickup trucks presented by Harris Truck Shop, they're going to be coming up next, followed by the Pepsi Grand Stocks, and then we're going to have the Who's Your Driver late models coming up here in just a bit on this Taylor Waste Services evening at the racetrack.
Taylor Waste Services, locally owned and operated, still providing old-fashioned customer service. 11, 20, 30, 40 cubic yard roll-off containers for construction debris, industrial waste, yard debris, and most types of non-hazardous waste. Trash compactors are available, and flexible hours with Saturday pickup available when needed. Located in Hampton and serving the entire Tidewater area. Competitive rates, they take Visa and MasterCard. Call now, 723-1131. Taylor Waste Services. Service is what they sell.
Mosquito Joe knows that race fans don't let much spoil your time outdoors. But are you spinning your wheels when it
to getting rid of mosquitoes? Let Mosquito Joe make outside fun again for you and your crew. Mosquito Joe treatments allow you to enjoy your yard without the nuisance of pesky mosquitoes, ticks, and fleas. No more itching and scratching, and no more wasting time on smelly products that don't work. When you call Mosquito Joe, be sure to mention Langley Speedway and receive 50% off your first spray. Visit mosquitojoe.com or call 855-ASK-JOE to get started. And remember to mention Langley Speedway. With Mosquito Joe, outside is fun again.
Mosquito Joe pole qualifying rolling on now with the Harris Truck Shop Super Trucks. First out is going to be the 91 entry from Smithfield, Virginia. This is Chris Alexander. Chris Alexander moving up from the Enduro Series to this series, so he's considered a rookie here in 2025, and right now he leads the Rookie of the Year battle by just 6 points over Avery Farrell entering tonight's event. And Adam, that's a big deal because we only have one Rookie of the Year that we'll award at this year's awards banquet later on.
And with just 2 races to go, it is crunch time for that Rookie of the Year battle. Avery is going to be one of the final trucks on pit lane. He's lined up last in the lineup. So Chris is going to go first and have a little bit of waiting to do to see what driver 34 has. That will be, again, Avery Farrell, the young man here making his first full-time season. Chris is going to go across the stripe one more time. He's got a 19.466. That'll be the lap of record for driver 91.
So the 49-year-old wraps up his qualifying efforts for Chris Alexander. And now we're going to move to pickup truck number 65. This is Shannon Lester. Lester coming out of turn number 2 on his first of 2 flyer laps. A 3-time Sportsman of the Year, finished runner-up in the championship standings in 2021. Calls Gloucester, Virginia home for Shannon Lester. Pickup truck number 65, currently 14th in the championship standings, has not raced since May, so it's good to have Shannon Lester back. Right now, Shannon P2 on the racetrack, 19.293 seconds, and I'll double check this here as we look at our monitors. He's actually faster by 0.2 of a second. Shannon Lester, 19.293 seconds. So Shannon Lester will knock Chris Alexander back to second spot. On track right now, this is Jesse Call. The 02 pickup truck from Newport News. Raced the Hampton Roads Kart Club from 2008 to 2013. A wing champ. Has raced this series last year and this year, sponsored by the local Geico office, Bean Deans Automotive, and JC's Lawn Care for Jesse Call, who is currently P3 overall, 20.467 seconds for the 02 pickup truck that's currently 3rd of the championship chase. Looking for Jesse's first win this year, 38 points back in that 3rd spot. Lap 2 is quicker, but Jesse will stay slotted in that 3rd spot, 20.298. On track now, Adam, this has been a winning driver. The last 4 races, he's got 3 victories and a runner-up, the most recent race on August 30th.
How about this? Wild Bill, 73 years young, still getting it done. What a season, again, that this driver has had. Started out fast, ended up in a horrific crash in the middle of May, I believe it was, and missed a whole bunch of the season. Didn't even think he was going to be out here at some point, but they did get the truck fixed. He's back out here, and to Brian, your point, 3 wins in the last 4 starts. Last race was his worst finish in those 4 races. He finished 2nd, so not too shabby for the number 19 machine. He's P3 right now, needs about a 10th and some change, and there it is, 19.134 seconds. Bill Wallace to the top.
So Bill Wallace will go all the way to the top, drop kicking Shannon Lester back to P2. So Wallace, who has 3 wins overall this year, trying to tie the point standings leader Chris Bechtel for the most wins if he can get it done this evening. On track right now, this is the 62 pickup. He's a former champion here at Larry King Law's Langley Speedway. We're talking about Chase McAdams, a 3-time champion, most recently in 2017. Chase McAdams trying to find his way to Dale Lemon's victory lane. He's currently 5th in the point standings and has come so close to getting a win, but it hasn't happened this year. P2 on lap 1. He needs about a 10th of a second if he wants to take the top spot. And it looks like he will slow down on lap 2, but Chase McAdams, P2 provisionally right beside Bill Wallace, 19.264 seconds. Bill Wallace has clocked in at 19.134. That's the lap of record here at the moment. Mason Jurdes is on the racetrack right now, the driver from Virginia Beach. Mason Jurdes, pickup truck 22, having some fun here in 2025. He'll make his third truck start in 2025, coming off a fourth place finish 2 Saturday evenings ago. Mason Jurdes on lap number 1, fifth fastest, 19.513 seconds. See if he can pick it up anymore here on lap number 2 as he exits the backstretch. Moves over in turns 3 and 4. The quick way around this 4/10 of a mile oval, bottom of the racetrack, banked at just 6 degrees in the corners, 2 degrees on the straightaways. He will go faster on lap number 2. He'll advance 1 position. He'll leapfrog right around Chris Alexander to take that 4th spot, 19.349 seconds for pickup truck number 22. Let's talk about now the 11 entry on track. This is Wesley Newell, currently 4th in the championship chase, searching for his first win. He's got a season best finish of 2nd. He's gotten that on a couple of occasions. Actually missed the last race. Good that Wesley's back with us here this afternoon. He is sponsored by Native Earth Designs for pickup truck number 11, lap 1. Good enough for 6th fastest overall, 19.706 seconds. So I'm sure that Wesley's hoping to pick it up here on this second jump around as he sees that checkered flag from Jeff Swanson, our chief starter this afternoon. And Wesley Newell will go faster on lap 2, but he'll stay in position number 6 provisionally, 19.651 seconds. What about this truck, Adam? The next one that's on the track, the Carolina Blue number 3. What a race he had a couple of Saturday nights ago. Our defending winner, Chris McAvoy.
And what can you say about this 3 team? They also have had their gremlins this season, fighting tooth and nail to get this truck back to the racetrack, and it is fast. Last time out, he went to victory lane, and now he's going to go right back to the top. 19.055 seconds by just under 1/10 of a second. McAvoy on top.
He is from just up the road at Newport News, sponsored by Mama's Boys, as well as A&W Properties, Veteran Cabinetry, and Roxy's Scrub and Suds. So Chris McAvoy goes even faster on lap number 2, 19.034 seconds. Chris McAvoy is trying to make a statement as he is gunning for 2 back-to-back victories. Paige Kane is on the racetrack right now. Pickup truck number 38 from Norfolk in the Carolina Custom Carriers, a Hampton Roads Plumbing and Forward Safety Training sponsored truck. Paige Kane on lap number 1, 8th quickest, 19.680 seconds. Again, for pickup truck 38, who set 2nd in the championship standings, 17 points behind Chris Bechtel. She has 1 win this year. She got that on May 10th, coming off of 2 straight top 5 finishes with a 4th and 3rd respectively, and she'll have a nice pickup. She'll advance 2 positions higher on lap number 2, moving to the 6th spot, 19.464 seconds. Good run for pickup truck 38. Let's now talk about the driver that leads the championship standings. This is pickup truck number 57. 4 times a winner in 2025. I think, Adam, he wants to go back to winner's circle. I'm not sure if I saw a puff of smoke or not out of this driver right here. We're talking about Chris Bechtel.
Yeah, ever since that last win, they have had their hands full as well, just trying to get that truck back dialed in. They changed the carburetor and a number of other things on this number 57. Nothing has quite seemed to work as it did early this season, but he's still decently quick. That's a P5 lap at an 18.348 seconds, 1,000th of a second quicker than Mason, and he's going to jump up there to P3, much better lap, 19.245 seconds. Bechtel 3rd as of right now.
Did see some smoke coming from that truck, so I'm sure his crew will take a look at that as he's sponsored by Miles of Seamless Gutters and WG Speaks Finer Homes. Avery Farrell, we talked about that driver fighting to get the Rookie of the Year honors. Currently sits 2nd in that chase, overall 7th in the point standings for this pickup truck number 34 as Avery works through turns 3 and 4. A bright young man with a big future ahead of him. He's having some fun from Pocosin He's your 2021 Hampton Roads Kart Club Series champion in the Junior Champ Karts with 18 wins in 4 different karting classes. And certainly has fun at racing and also works as a corner marshal for the Hampton Roads Kart Club. Avery Farrell, 10th on lap number 1. And let's see if he can go faster on lap 2. He will, but the scoreboard is still showing 10th fastest, 20.009 seconds for Avery Farrell, as that's going to do it. Qualifying is going to wrap up here for the pickup trucks.
See if we can grab a quick word with pole sitter, most recent race winner, and now pole sitter again, Chris. This thing is on rails all of a sudden. Can do no wrong.
I appreciate it. You know, I got to thank my grandfather, Warren. They do getting us out here. We kind of left the car alone from last week. There's a little bit of tweaking I could do before this race. I think it'll be a little bit faster. Got to thank my sponsors, Mama's Boys, Modern American Mixed Martial Arts, Benton Academy, and Roxy Scrub and Suds.
See if they can get 2 in a row. That's Chris McAvoy, your pole sitter for the Super Trucks, Brian.
That's right, Chris McAvoy gets it done. He'll lead the entire field to the green flag. They'll actually be the 5th of 7 races tonight, 25 times around. It'll be pickup truck number 3 on the inside of row 1 with Bill Wallace, the pickup truck number 19, lining up outside row 1. Chris Bechtel, your point standings leader, gunning for 2 back-to-back championships. He'll fire off in 3rd with Chase McAdams. He'll start 4th, and rounding out the top 5 is Shannon Lester. Mason Jurdes will start 6th with Paige Kane 7th, Chris Alexander 8th. 9th is going to be Wesley Newell. And rounding out your top 10 is Avery Farrell with Jesse Call starting the race in position number 11. It'll be their 11th race of the season. A lot of parity in this series, 5 different winners overall. And of course, we had a first-time winner in the most recent race with the pole setter, Chris McAvoy. And his last 3 races, he's finished inside the top 3 with that win. So of course, we talk about momentum, and it's certainly a real thing in NASCAR racing. And we can certainly see that coming to reality for Chris McAvoy. Coming up next, we're going to have the Pepsi Grand Stocks. They're going to post their times and see where they will start the feature event here in a matter of moments.
Serving homeowners in Virginia since 1970, Mr. Fix-It specializes in bathroom remodeling and gutter replacement services that will transform your home. With an A+ BBB and 5-star Google rating, Mr. Fix-It helps homeowners maintain their biggest investment from scratch to finish. Tub and shower replacement to installing gutter helmet systems, Mr. Fix-It has over 50 years of experience in completing home improvement projects. We serve the majority of Virginia and are ready to assist you with a relaxed, no-pressure consultation. Visit MrFixItSpeedway.com today.
Service to enhance the beauty of their customers' lawns through hard work, professionalism, and most of all, customer care. They offer the following services and more: mowing, string trimming, mulching, edging of landscaped beds, also pruning, aeration, seeding, fertilization, soil analysis, herbicide applications, and landscaping. Forever Green Lawn Care Incorporated. Call 227-TURF. That's 227-8873, or check their website, forevergreenlawncare.com.
Cold and smooth survival skills. 3 things are required in the great outdoors: food, drink, and shelter.
Hello, I'm Sarah McLaughlin. For just $1 a day, you can help helpless animals find shelter.
Wrong shelter, Sarah. Also, that's a wolf. Head for the mountains.
Countertops from quartz, granite, marble, quartzite, and soapstone. MGL Granite is recognized as Hampton Roads' premier countertop fabricator and has built its reputation on impeccable craftsmanship. No exceptions. They provide the largest selection of premium quality materials in Hampton Roads. Nelson, a multitude of applications and design variations. Whether you're looking to upgrade your kitchen counters, remodel
Qualifying, rolling on, presented by Mosquito Joe. This time it's the Pepsi Grand Stocks on track right now. Our first driver to take to the speedway here is Mike Parker in car number 22. Mike Parker, 7th in the championship standings, has actually missed the last few races. So, Adam, it's good to have Mike back at the track.
That's right, the number 22, still top 5 in points, but definitely glad to be back. He's missed the last couple of races, as you mentioned, Brian, and I'm sure they're ready to get after it here tonight. He is going to clock in right now the first car on track, so car 22 has come and gone, and it's going to be now car number 2, the second car. Michael Waters on track.
Michael Waters on the speedway here. Michael Waters making his first start in this series as he is rolling now through turns 1 and 2. Always a privilege to have Jack Dodson with Jack Dodson's Racing Insider News with Scott Allen and Adam Welbrock up in the tower with us. Hey, congratulations, Jack. You just had the 500 show just a couple of weeks ago.
Yes, and it was unbelievable that we made it to 500 shows, to tell you the truth. I went back and counted each show individually and looked at it. I told Scott, I said, you know we're coming up to 500 shows.
Wow.
He said, no, I didn't know it was that far along, and it was. And I tell you what, I really appreciate everybody here at Langley Speedway, especially Bill, Chuck, Terry. I mean, they pretty much just give us the rule of the roost around here, but it's a lot of fun, and we enjoy what we're doing.
You guys do a fantastic job. It was an honor to be on that show on that evening. You had a ton of guests, including a guy named Butterbean. As we just watched here in qualifying, Michael Waters has gone to the top. Mad Dog Bill Aker on the speedway. He'll go to the top. The driver from Chesapeake. He's raced super streets. He's raced on dirt. He's raced U-Cars, a 2012 champion in that series. He just eclipses the time that Michael laid down. He'll clock in at 18.303 seconds for the driver that sets 4th in the championship standings, searching for his first win. Talking about Mad Dog Bill Aker, and he goes faster on lap 2, 18.232 seconds. And now Nate Lundeen is on track, the driver that's 2nd in points here. He'll rotate through turn number 2, but it was a fantastic show. Ton of guests, including Butterbean, who has just put Langley Speedway on the national stage one more time by making his first ever NASCAR Xfinity Series start at Thunder Valley at Bristol Motor Speedway.
You're going to see a lot of him in the next few years, and I think he's, I can't say a whole lot about it, but he's got something in the works for next year, so we're really excited for him. And I really appreciate him coming on the show and taking time out of his schedule. And I thank you for coming on the show, because without you and everybody here, we wouldn't have a show. So I want to thank you, and I look up to you as a person who, man, you're on the ball in here. And I appreciate you spending time with us.
Hey, thank you so much, Jack. We look up to you. You guys do a fantastic job. We always learn something, and I tell folks we have good laughs on the show, and watching the show, you're going to have a good time. It's very entertaining, but you also learn a lot. You got to get down in the weeds and talk about the sport, and I think it's just a great way to tell stories. And folks that we don't have time in the broadcast here to go through everything, and it's nice when you can actually have the drivers, the crew members, and those who work in the sport. They can actually sit down for a few minutes and talk about the real story.
And it's good. We got Adam, who he tells us about what's going on down on pit road. We even give him his own special segment, and I look up to him too, because with you two guys, we have the best announcers in the business here. So I'm proud of that, and I'm proud that we got Adam involved. And, it's just a lot of fun. I can't say it enough. We enjoy what we do, and I work at it every day at doing something with it. So.
Well, you do a great job, and we just appreciate what you do. As we just looked on the speedway and saw Brandon Henson is driving the 17H car, so a different driver that will go to the front row provisionally. Before him, Donald Brown, who normally pilots the pickup trucks, was involved in a major crash earlier this year. He just posted the 4th fastest lap. But Adam, Brandon Henson driving the Tim Wilson car.
So that is car owner Brandon Henson, the Henson Motorsports number 17 on track now, and I can confirm that it's Tim Wilson standing next to me here in the pit lane. I want to talk to driver 17, buddy. The car is on track and you're not in it. What's going on here?
Yeah, we got Brandon in the car. I hurt myself, and I'm trying to heal up. He's doing a hell of a job. He got in place.
Yeah, half a tenth off of Bill Aker. Not a bad first time for 8 years.
He's been out of it, so he'll be fine in the race.
All right, that's crew chief Tim Wilson tonight cheering on Brandon Henson, Brian.
So Brandon Henson, second fastest overall. Paul Lubno goes to third, car number 14, 18.574 seconds. So Paul Lubno, 130 plus victories, 7 championships. Can he go to the top? He'll need a little more than 0.3 of a second if he wants to do that. He'll actually slow down just a bit here on lap number 2, so he'll stay in position number 3 as we continue on with Pepsi Grand Stocks qualifying. And now we're watching Ryan Hutchins take to the speedway in car number 27. Ryan coming off a runner-up finish back on August 23rd. That was their most recent race. He actually backed up his first runner-up finish in early August for car number 27. This is our 10th race of the year, and Ryan Hutchins, good qualifying lap. P5 on lap 1, 18.594 seconds. Again, this is car number 27 as he goes through turns 3 and 4. And who do we have coming up on the show this Tuesday night at 7 o'clock?
I have made a big coup here. I mean, I really did something great. I've got all 3 Edwardses coming.
Wow.
I've got Greg, Danny, and Donovan. All 3 are going to be with us Tuesday night. And we're also going to have Pat Patterson from PRN. He's going to be on the show. And Crystal West is going to come by. So we got a big show planned.
Facebook Live, 7 o'clock Tuesday evening.
That's Tuesday evening. Every Tuesday evening. Rain or sleet or snow, I'm going to be here.
You're going to be here for sure as we're watching Gary Kidder make his qualifying attempt here tonight. Lap 1, 9th fastest, 19.763 seconds. Everybody's chasing Bill Aker, who is currently the fastest here in Mosquito Joe pole qualifying. His time 18.282 seconds. As we see the checkers coming out for the 33 of Gary Kidder, who right now is third in the championship standings. Gary Kidder wraps it up. He'll pick up some time on his second time around, but he will not advance up the scoreboard. He'll stay in position number 9, 19.722 seconds. So Bill Aker, Mad Dog, has got it done. And Adam, I believe you're down there close to car number 29.
Standing next to the number 29 Chevrolet, the Mosquito Joe Chevrolet from Mosquito Joe pole qualifying. Bill, this car was on pole a couple weeks ago, buddy. Never saw the racetrack tonight. Knock on wood, it's going to see the racetrack, my friend, and it's going to be fast.
That's right. That's our plan. We really look forward to tonight. I didn't get everything, I don't think, on that qualifying lap, so I feel like we got a really, really good chance. So looking forward to tonight.
To see if they can go out and get that first win of the season. Congratulations, Bill. Last time they were on the pole, Brian, a couple of weeks ago, they had oil pressure issues and were not even able to start the race. So tonight, they're just looking to make the race, but we know what they do. They're going to contend for the win.
How appropriate is that, Jack? The Mosquito Joe car wins the Mosquito Joe pole award.
I know there's a guy standing back there out there with the band. I know he's excited. Because I saw his heart sink cloud the last time they won the pole and they didn't get the race. So I saw him out there. So I know he's excited about it. But that's unbelievable. He get his pole like that. It's pretty cool.
That is indeed cool for Bill Aker.
And I promise you guys, he didn't send us a check. This is all performance-based.
Absolutely. All right, so Bill Aker will lead the field to the green flag for the Pepsi Grand Stocks when they go off on the speedway as race 7, the final one of the evening, 40 times around this 0.4 of a mile oval. Brandon Henson will line up to Bill's right elbow, starting second. Third is Paul Lubno. Nate Lundeen will fire off fourth with Ryan Hutchins rounding out the top 5. Donald Brown will start 6th. 7th is Michael Waters. 8th is Mike Parker. And Gary Kidder will start 9th for the Pepsi Grand Stocks. Well, Jack, thank you so much for coming up and chatting with us. I know we're going to be seeing you around a lot more here this evening.
Yeah, I'll be around. We got some special guests here with us tonight, so really cool to be able to entertain them and have a little something for them tonight. So we'll have Aiden come over and talk.
Yeah, we're going to talk to Aiden. I see Aiden over there now. Good to see the entire family here, and glad they're here.
I am too. I'm glad too. Everything worked out for them to be here. But anyway, thanks, Brian. We'll talk to you again real soon.
And you got the missus here, so you better entertain and take care of her.
I'm doing as best I can to try to do that, but you know.
You best. If not, the car ride home is going to be a little dicey.
You got that right.
Jack Dodson up at the tower with us with Jack Dodson's Racing Insider News with Scott Allen and Adam Welbrock every Tuesday evening, 7 o'clock, Facebook Live. Don't miss it.
Taylor Waste Services, locally owned and operated, still providing old-fashioned customer service. 11, 20, 30, 40 cubic yard roll-off containers for construction debris, industrial waste, yard debris, and most types of non-hazardous waste. Trash compactors are available and flexible hours with Saturday pickup available when needed. serving the entire Tidewater area. Competitive rates, they take Visa and MasterCard. Call now, 723-1131. Taylor Waste Services. Service is what they sell.
How hard is it to get hardwood floors? Put it to a song, and you'll quickly see how easy it is at Dominion Floor Covering. When you're looking for the perfect storm of prices, customer service, and burning it down selections, Dominion Floor Covering is where the neon sign will be so bright it'll give you a Sundays. You'll say, look at you, leave the light on. I'm happy I just drove like I'm in Talladega. Brighter, so my what feels like this? There's gotta be something in the water, like sunshine and whiskey. No gimmicks, no ridiculous claims, and no smaller than Dominion Floor Covering. See Dominic Wallace, all the people and the rest of the staff at Dominion Floors, 17 in Production Drive in York County, on the web at domfloors.com, or give us a call at 595-5777.
Larry King is committed to helping those whose health, safety, liberty, or well-being have been wrongly victimized. You can have confidence in knowing you have a strong, skillful...
And he can help. Dial 757-INJURED for Larry King.
that helps tens of thousands of people for all types of serious personal injuries, criminal offenses, and other serious legal matters. Be your powerful advocate.
Adam, it's time to go qualifying with the Premier Series, the Who's Your Driver late models.
Chris Horton Jr., the first driver on track, the number 42 Chevrolet. New look for Chris this season. Car looks sharp. He's got the first lap in the books, and it's a 16.298 second lap, the first lap on the stopwatch, that is. We'll see what lap number 2 has in store. A full field of late models, some new drivers, some returning drivers. We're going to get you all caught up here as we have 14 cars ready to race tonight for a single 100-lap race, the first one this season.
Chris Horton just outside of the top 10 of the point standings, currently 11th for the driver from South Mills. Lap 2 was faster than the opening trip around, 16.214 seconds. These drivers and teams will also get 2 laps of qualifying. Their opening lap will be a scuff lap to build some heat in their tires before they eventually get the green flag the second time around. That'll start the stopwatch. Then they'll see the white flag, followed by the checkered flag, and will take the fastest of their 2 laps. On track right now, this is Michael Rogers, car number 09 from Midlothian. He's your 2019 Southside Speedway Late Model Stock Car Rookie of the Year and the 2021 Shenandoah Late Model Stock Car Track Champion for Michael Rogers, who will be the fastest thus far here in Mosquito Joe Pole qualifying, 0.2 of a second faster than the 42 car, 16.070 seconds as we prepare for the 18th race of the 2025 season. This is the penultimate race as well for every series competing, meaning tonight is the second to last race. We'll crown a champion at championship night number 2 coming up Saturday, October the 11th, 5 o'clock start time. Michael Rogers quicker on lap number 2, 16.012 seconds for car 09. On track right now, this is the number 7, Wesley Slimp. Wesley Slimp making his 3rd start here at Langley Speedway, coming off a 9th place finish in the most recent race on August 23rd. We had a double twin night that evening. Race 1, he finished 12th. The second event, he finished P9. So car 7 trying to go a little bit faster here on lap number 1 and finish a little bit higher here this evening. Wesley Slimp, 16.576 seconds. I think, Adam, the goal, just get as many laps as you possibly can in and learn this car, learn the racetrack.
Yeah, this is completely new to Wesley. He comes from a road course racing background. Race fans, if you recognize the name, he raced a couple of times on road courses for the Halmar Friesen racing team in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series. Wesley is just making his 2nd late model start here. He was supposed to run a modified race for Matt Carter Racing last weekend, but just trying to build the notebook and get quicker each and every week. He's 3rd out of 3 right now, but again, just trying to log laps and familiarize himself with oval racing.
Had a chance to talk to him a few weeks ago. Really cool to have him here at the track. On the speedway right now, this is Cody Bryant, car number 08 in the Bryant Motorsports team. Bryant Motorsports Auto Sales Incorporated. for Cody Bryant from Chesapeake. Car 08 on track right now, 9th in the championship standings. A season best finish of 3rd. He got that back in late June. And car 08 will go all the way to the top here early on in qualifying. He'll be the only driver in the 15-second bracket, 15.976 seconds, as he comes through turns 3 and 4 to take that checkered flag and wrap it up here in qualifying. And like every other car that's qualified thus far, lap 2 is the fastest time around. 15.889 seconds now becomes the lap of record. Cody Bryant, car 08, is the fastest thus far. Still early on in qualifying as we watch Riley Music take to the racetrack. And Adam, it's been a big year for Riley Music. Like Cody Bryant, they've won championships here at this racetrack, but they're cutting their teeth now in the late model stock car series. This driver, Riley, victorious here in this series in early June.
Yeah, what a win it was for the number 47 team, Riley Music. They've had a tough year overall. They've had good speed, but just not had the results go their way. They were fast in the Cars Tour race back here in May. Ultimately had to DNF in that race, but man, they have a no-quit attitude, and they are going to be a force to be reckoned with for many, many seasons to come. It's P3 right now for Riley in the number 47, 16.065 seconds. Running the new race car this year. That's not the car that he got the win in, but it's the new race car for 2025. It's the one that was on display here last week.
Different paint scheme for Riley Music, who, again, like everybody else, goes quicker on lap 2. He'll stay P3, 16.015 seconds, just 3/1000ths of a second behind the second place qualifier thus far, Michael Rogers, for Riley Music out of Norfolk, sponsored by Thurston Spring Services Incorporated, 523 Holdings. Next on track, the veteran driver who has raced here for many, many years. Always enjoy talking to this guy, Craig Estep. Craig Estep on track, and Adam, we kind of get a good history lesson with Craig. He's just a really cool, down-to-earth guy, and he'll tell you pretty much anything you want to know about stock car racing and how this track has changed over the years.
Craig always willing to lend a helping hand. We had him on Jack Dodson's show a couple weeks ago, and he was talking about how he's not racing full-time anymore. That allows him some free time to come to the track and mentor some of the young drivers like Riley Rondeau, for example, in the limited category. He says he loves to mentor the young generation and help get them better here each and every week. It's what he wants to do when he stops driving full-time. But right now, in his 49th season of competition, he is 6th quickest at a 16.352 second lap.
And make no mistake about it, he is still fast. He might be closing in on 5 decades of racing, but he does not miss a beat when he gets behind the wheel. Next out on the racetrack, a 6-time champion, Danny Edwards. Danny Edwards on racetrack right now in car 26. Always a threat when he hits the speedway. 2 times a winner here in 2025. Currently 3rd in the championship chase. Greg Edwards, his younger brother, leads the point standings, and he is gunning for a record-breaking championship. We'll talk about that here in just a bit. But Danny Edwards, we heard from Jack Dodson. He'll be on the Jack Dodson Racing Insider News show this coming week. But this Edwards family, synonymous with Langley Speedway, many, many years, competitor, and they know this racetrack extremely well. And Danny will become the first driver whose fastest lap is the opening trip around and not the second lap. Lap 1, 15.936 seconds, 4/100ths of a second slower than Cody Bryant. So we'll go from Danny Edwards to his son, Donovan Edwards, midway down the backstretch.
What a cool story it was about a month ago when both of these drivers were able to reach Dale Emmons' victory lane. Danny got it done in the first race, and in the second race it was Donovan that took the checkered flag. There was a great story put out by the Daily Press. Marty O'Brien here helping us to tell the story of the Edwards family. Of course, Brian, you mentioned it, synonymous with racing here at Langley. Both the current generation and the next generation, which is Donovan, of course, the number 27 Chevrolet in his first full-time season. Not the first lap he was looking for, 16.363 seconds.
8th fastest right now for the driver who's currently leading the Rookie of the Year honors overall. Donovan sets 7th in the championship chase. He also has, as you just heard from Adam, finally won. And I say finally, this is just his first full-time season, but in his first full-time season has put himself on the map. He is a winner at Langley Speedway in the Premier Series. And Donovan Edwards has a much better lap 2. He'll advance up to 5th spot now, 16.064 seconds. So we go from Danny Edwards to Donovan Edwards to now Greg Edwards, the point standings leader, the driver with 3 checkered flags, most recently on August 23rd. But Adam, The big story, we talked to Greg at the awards banquet. He was not going to run the full-time season. Came out, ran well here early, had some strong finishes, led the championship standings, but now he has run the full-time schedule. He is gunning for a major championship.
That would be championship number 8 on his career. That would tie the record with, or would break the record set by Phil Warren here, Riley Music's grandfather, and man, what a story it is. This number 21 has been lights out all season long. With just 2 races to go, it's looking very good for Greg to get it done, but still has to compete in both events, so we'll have to see how the 21 races. Right now, he's going to line up P5 provisionally, a dead tie with Riley Music, 16.015 seconds.
Our 10th qualifier coming out of the racetrack, and Adam, you hit on this earlier. Tonight is a flat-out 100-lap race. So it's been a while since we've had one of those, but like the old days, we're going to do a 100-lap stock car race here for the late model stocks here coming up in just a bit. And how about this driver, a 5-time champion here at Langley Speedway, part of the Mark Wirtz Racing Team, your 2004 NASCAR regional champion, as well as 2003. We're talking about Chesapeake, Virginia's Mark Wirtz. Mark Wirtz, another guy, when he hits the racetrack, you keep your eyes on him. He's going to be right there near the front. The veteran competitor always does extremely well with social media and taking care of his sponsors. Lap 1, 6th fastest, and he'll stay P6. 16.037 seconds for the CorvetteParts.net race car here at Larry King Law's Langley Speedway. So we go from a veteran competitor to a driver in the Mark Wirtz stable. Adam, this driver is going to be having a big 2026. He has done phenomenal over the last few years. We're talking about Atlee Weiss in car 78.
Great to have Atlee and his team back at the racetrack. Of course, competed in the limited late models this season. They got a win and even got a win over at South Boston Speedway. So they've had some good fun over there. And now with these last 2 races, they have decided, you know what, we're going to go late model stock racing and maybe try to evaluate things for 2026. Atlee's first lap going across the stripe. It's a 16.296 second lap. That puts him 9th out of 11 so far.
Atlee Weiss from Hayes, Virginia, sponsored by Juan's Mexican Cafe and Cantina, Water Street Grill, Bay Custom Collision Centers. Atlee Weiss across the line. He'll go faster on lap 2, moving himself up to 8th, or provisionally outside of row 4, 16.211 seconds for car number 78. Next up on the racetrack, a winner here at Langley Speedway. He's trying to get his first win this season. Had a dismal start to the year. Some finishes that he did not like, but in the last 5 races, he has had all top 5s, including 2 runner-up finishes. He's been getting so close to putting his car in winner's circle tonight. Could be the night. We'll keep our eyes on the 51. This is Ryan Matthews. Matthews across the line. He'll see the white flag, and what a big opening lap, Adam.
How about that for driver 51, who also has had a quiet season this year? What a win would do for him here tonight, as he has a couple of wins already under his belt, but nothing this season. P3 on the board, 6.007 seconds. Can he find this 10th that he needs? No, not quite. He falls off to a 16.04. Right now, 3rd out of 12. Good lap for Ryan.
It was a great lap for Ryan Matthews in the Matthews Designs race car, your 2019 Langley and Dominion Legends champion, and he won the Virginia Racers Championship, or the limited late model title, in 2021 at Dominion Raceway. All right, this driver's had a big season as far as checkered flags are concerned, 2 this year, including the most recent race. We're talking about Cole Bruce in car 31. Cole Bruce is on the speedway, has had a very challenging year. We continue to keep his family in our thoughts and prayers with the passing of his father, but he's keeping the racing tradition alive and well in his dad's memory. As we're watching Cole Bruce take to the speedway, a fantastic win just a few weeks ago. It was an emotional win, but we were certainly watching that and watching the family gather in victory lane to see this young man in the Clubtail sponsored race car get it done. And how about that? Car 31 will knock the 08 of Cody Bryant off the top spot. Cole Bruce, P1, 15.823 seconds. That's 6/100ths of a second faster than the 08 car of Cody Bryant. Cole Bruce trying to take off where he left off in the most recent race for your defending winner. So it's car 31, the top car at the moment. But this car is also very fast. This driver with a new look this year, driving a Chevrolet. It's Woody Howard from Chesapeake. Car 41 has been quick. Jeff Swanson has that white flag. It's been unfurled. Where does Woody Howard go? He'll crack the top 5, 5th to be exact. He clocks in at 16.007 seconds. He's your final qualifier, the 14th, as we get set for a 100-lap Hoosier driver late model stock car race. And Woody Howard across the line. He'll go quicker. He'll move up to the 4th position provisionally outside of row 2, 15.967 seconds. And just like that, qualifying is over. And Adam, we have Cole Bruce getting the Mosquito Joe Pole Award. He'll lead the field to the green flag, and we see lots of high fives where you are.
Yeah, this team is absolutely fired up, and you can tell they're ready to chase another checkered flag here. 2 wins already on the season. Looking for number 3. I'm going to let Cole take a moment here and celebrate with the race team and the family as well as they continue to think about Robert, of course, and race for championship, currently 4th in the standings, the most recent team to reach victory lane. They won the second of 2 just a few weeks back on August the 23rd. I think every time this team hits the racetrack, they can just feel the emotion. Cole, come on over here, my friend. Buddy, the most recent winner tonight, and now you're a pole sitter. How you feeling about 100 big ones tonight?
I'd say I feel good, man. Today we were kind of out there on some older tires, and the time sheets, we really didn't look great. I don't even think we were top 5 for either, so that's awesome for us, man. First pole of the year. I've had like 2 or 3, I think, second place qualifying, so this is awesome. But no, man, she's a hot rod. I ain't changed much from last time we were here. We raced and we won. So overall, just doing the long run speed, man. But our Club Tails Toyota, man, it's bad at the bone. We'll see what we can do tonight. Like I said, this is the first 100 lappers, we've been doing all year, so we'll see. But as always, man, Torp Chassis, man, Craig Oliver and everybody at the shop, Chris, Tyler, JD, they got me right. So I'm excited, man. I think we got some work for us tonight a little bit. As always, the veterans are going to be really good for these longer races, but I think we're in a good spot, man.
How do you guys prep for a 100-lap race? Because we haven't had one at all this season. Normally we do maybe opening night, but you guys have gone twin 50s the whole year. How do you prep for that as a driver?
As a driver-wise, it's just trying to figure out how to conserve. Obviously, we didn't run the Hampton Heat this year, so we didn't get to have that chance to practice. But as a driver, you just kind of more or less, like today, we just got to practice on some old stuff, know that we're good. And after that, just know how to how much you should push, how much you should ride, because at the end of the day, I never know when there's going to be a caution. It's 100, laps. So we could go green, we could have a bunch of cautions. So we'll see how the night goes. But other than that, man, I think we got a good piece to try to get back, go about back-to-back weekends.
2 in a row would be awesome. This team is fired up down here. Good, congratulations to you, buddy. That is Cole Bruce, your pole sitter for tonight's 100-lap feature. This team is ready to win again, Brian. You can feel the emotion and the excitement. Keep your eye on the 31.
How about that? Cole Bruce, Team 31, get it done here this afternoon with bright blue skies. It's a fantastic mid-September afternoon, which will transition to a fantastic Saturday night here as we turn these Musco lights on a little bit later on this evening. Cole Bruce has got it done. He'll lead the field to the green flag for the 100-lap Who's Your Driver late model feature. Cody Bryant will line up to his right elbow. Danny Edwards will start 3rd. Woody Howard posted the 4th fastest lap, and Ryan Matthews rounds out the top 5. Michael Rogers, he'll start 6th. 7th is Riley Music. Greg Edwards, your current point standings leader, 8th. 9th to Mark Wirtz, and Donovan Edwards rounds out the top 10. Atlee Weiss was 11th. Chris Horton Jr. 12th. Wesley Slimp, he'll start 13th, and Craig Eastep P14 here this afternoon. So that's going to do it for Mosquito Joe pole qualifying here at Larry King Law's Langley Speedway. The one division or series that you have not seen hit the racetrack here, they will compete tonight. We're so excited to have the Virginia Sprint Series. They are back here at Langley Speedway. They will go fast. As a matter of fact, these are the fastest cars you'll see at Langley Speedway, and they will put on a fantastic show. We'll have 2 qualifying Heat Series races coming up at 7 o'clock before their main feature, which will be the 6th race of the night, 25 times around. And I tell you what, the Virginia Sprint Series, it's certainly worth the price of admission. So again, lots of great racing coming your way. 7 in total for the Taylor Waste Services evening at the track. Hop in the car, put the kids in there, grab your neighbors, come to Langley Speedway. It's going to be a big time show and lots of fun. We do not want to have you miss out on that. So come join us here this evening, 7 o'clock at Langley Speedway. Your tickets can be purchased at the box office, or you can buy them online ahead of time at langley-speedway.com. If you can't get here, tune in to Flow Racing with live flag-to-flag coverage again, starting at 7 o'clock or a little less than an hour and a half from now. For Adam Welbrock, I'm Brian White, thanking you for tuning in to Facebook Live and YouTube.